Welcome to BROOGMAS Year 4, Episode 1. In this video, I will be talking about Backrooms Level 91, also known as Noir. This level is seemingly somehow in the backrooms, but also in real life. And you can just almost hear the real world, even though you're not inside of it. You're gonna want to stick around for this. It's one of the most unique levels of all time, but you know the deal by now with BROOGMAS, I'm sure. If you don't, if you've been living under a rock for the last 2 years. BROOGMAS is where I go over a bunch of different backrooms levels in the last 2 weeks of December. Specifically, I go over them in numerical order. So far, I've gone over levels 0 through level 90. Now, for this BROOGMAS, I'll be going over levels 90 through 100. So for the next 10 uploads, you know what to expect. Leave a like if you are excited for BROOGMAS return. Love doing this. It's so nostalgic. I know a lot of you came from the first BROOGMAS. That's kind of where the channel blew up. So leave a like if you enjoy. Without making the intro any more longer, let's get into level 91 and let's see how in the world the backrooms is connected to real life through this level. Level 91 of the backrooms is the 92nd level in the order of levels, and it's been classified as a class 1 difficulty, which is unusual because typically levels up here are not safe, but this one is safe and secure with a low entity count. The level appears to resemble a real life field, but not just any old random field. It apparently is an exact copy of a field from Kentucky, USA, which is where I live, by the way. There are a few key differences between this field and the one that's in real life, but essentially it is an exact carbon copy of the real life field. It's the exact same thing, just in the back rooms. The main difference in this level and in real life is that every single thing here is shaded in sort of black and white tone. That's where it gets its nickname, or the level name, Noir. Noir itself means dark film or black and white film, and there's an entire genre of movies and films in real life called the noir films, so if you didn't know, now you know. Anyways, many people thought that the black and white effect that this level gives is just something it does to your eyes, and it's not actually a black and white place, but after images were taken of the level, it seems that the actual ground and every other thing here is black and white, which again is unusual because typically things are natural in the backrooms. They're not different colors like this. This is the odd thing out. While exploring this field, it is important to note that it's impossible to encounter other wanderers, as some sort of spatial anomaly kind of keeps people from seeing one another. This is documented heavily in tons of levels of the backrooms, but mainly it's in level 0. Although in this level, it was specifically a little bit different. This strange anomaly was documented when 2 people entered this level at the exact same time and attempted to meet up. They were messaging somehow on some forum, not sure exactly how they did that, but they said that they could not see each other. One of the people says, "Hold on, I see a guy, is that you?" And then the other guy says, "I don't see you." And then after that, the first guy that said, "I see a guy," was never heard from again. He was just went missing. So whatever he saw either killed him or lured him away, or I don't know, maybe he just didn't want to meet up with the other guy, so he ran away. But I'll talk more about that later and what that strange person or thing might be. The level in the field is not infinite, although it does seem to be. It can be fully explored and mapped, and that's because, like I said earlier, it's pretty much an exact copy of a real field from Kentucky. And specifically, it's an area in Kentucky near the Indiana border. The level is estimated to be about 3 miles in size. Even though, like I said, it looks like it keeps on going, there's just this invisible border that you can't walk past. And if you do, you'll be no-clipped to a different level. However, the strangest and most unique part of this level is that it's connected in some way to the real-life counterpart. I know I've said that a billion times, but now I want to talk about it. Attempts to go to this area in real life and in the backrooms to establish a connection has been attempted, but most people who try to do this go missing, and it's unknown what happens to them. So to visualize this, you can think of the Stranger Things show when the people from real life attempt to communicate with those who are inside the upside down. You know something's there, but you can't see them and you can't really hear them. You just hear a faint echo and a whisper from the upside down to real life. It's the exact same thing here. If you're in that field in real life, you can kind of hear a faint whisper of somebody from the back rooms yelling, and you kind of know somebody's there even though you can't see them. It seems that this level somehow exists in both the fabric of our reality and the fabric of the backrooms reality simultaneously, and that when you're here, you can almost see and hear the real world. It's like you're in some sort of mirror dimension or Black Mirror episode or something like that. Now, this level is one of, if not the most accurate location in the backrooms from real life. Even some other levels try to resemble or mimic locations from our Earth. Maybe they get close with a few different designs, but this level is literally a carbon copy of the real life version. And it takes it a step further, and essentially it exists in both the backrooms and reality. Somehow, this random level, level 91, is that. There's only one entity that inhabits the level, and it's what I mentioned earlier. Not much is documented about it, but it looks to be some sort of shadowy humanoid that appears off in the distance in this field. It wears some sort of wide-brimmed top hat, kind of like the Hat Man for the Benadryl stuff, but nothing besides the hat and the shadowy humanoid figure can be documented or described. It stands too far away to see, and it always runs away if you walk closer. But in the Backrooms lore, it's said that if you see this entity, if it begins to stalk you, then it's some sort of bad omen or a bad sign of things to come. It might be a Men in Black entity, or it might be something else entirely. All we know is that it is a harbinger of really bad things to come, and if you see it, well, you probably won't be alive much longer. It also just adds that really strange feeling to this noir black and white level. I mean, this pitch black shadowy humanoid making itself appearing over the hill, just watching you from far away. It's pretty scary. To enter level 91, you can jump into a large puddle of water on level 8, and to exit, you simply have to walk too far one direction. You'll eventually hit that border, and you'll be forced to walk into a different level. You don't get to choose what level it is, you just randomly get sent out, which is cool and bad at the same time. I think this specific place is such an underrated and unique part of the lore because it really connects to reality. That doesn't usually happen in the backrooms, and it sort of bridges the front rooms and the backrooms together in a way that's not really done. Most backrooms levels are thought to be outside of reality and don't really have a connection, and the exits, or so-called exits that we think are exits, they're not really exits. You're still trapped here. But this level is literally a carbon copy of real life, like a copy and paste, and its strands of reality are so closely tied to our reality that you can almost hear the real world. It makes you wonder just how close is the backroom's physical space to Earth, and can we somehow bridge that gap and maybe escape one day, which is unlikely. You're probably here forever, but here's to hoping. Anyways, that was it for this video and level 91's explanation. This is a very underrated level. I don't ever hear anybody talking about it, so I had to. And I really do hope you enjoy BROOGMAS being back. Leave a like for more. The next 10 uploads are going to be awesome. I'm super excited to get to level 100, and I've officially covered like 500 total backrooms levels, but it's really cool to say that I've covered the first 100 as well. And we're going to keep going on, and we're going to cover them all eventually. Don't you worry about it. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to cover every one of them. Thank you so much for watching, though. Love and appreciate you all. Make sure you tell somebody you love them because life's too short not to. While you're down there in the description and comments or whatever, check out my Toogly channel, my Spoogly channel, my Twitter, Instagram, all the links in the description, all that yapping stuff. Without more blabbering, I'm in the video here. Thanks so much, and I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.